So I've been getting a lot of questions on iodine, and so I thought I'd pop in here and try and put together a quick video on symptoms of iodine deficiency, why we need iodine, how to supplement, um, and hopefully give you guys the tools and the information to improve your health. So, iodine, every cell in the human body contains and or utilizes iodine. Predominantly, iodine tends to concentrate in glandular tissue. So we're talking thyroid, breasts, ovaries, prostate, pancreas, um, and so much more. Okay, so our thyroid, it's our master gland. If our thyroid isn't happy, our body is just not happy. Our thyroid is huge in so many roles in the body. So, with that being said, some signs and symptoms of deficiency could include thyroid disorders, fatigue, chronic fatigue, weight gain, inability to lose weight, brittle nails, hair that's thinning or falling out, temperature dysregulation, so constantly being cold, even in warm environments, your hands and feet are still cold. Did I mention chronic fatigue? Brain fog, poor memory, anxiety, depression, and consequently, a lot of these symptoms are actually related to thyroid disorders. So if you have a known thyroid disorder, you need iodine. Let's see, what else? Cysts. So if you're suffering from cysts, ovarian cysts, cystic breasts, then you more than likely need iodine. Iodine does help regulate the estrogen levels in our body. So, if you have estrogen dominance, you probably need iodine. If you don't live coastally, you probably need iodine. So, along the coast, you've got iodine in the air, iodine in the soils. So, the seafood and the animals that are grazing on those iodized soils, you are consequently consuming. And you might be getting enough iodine, depending on how much seafood you're eating. However, the further away from the coast you live, the more likely you are to have iodine deficiency. So I think, especially states concentrated around Great Lakes area, was at one point, and maybe still is, called the goiter belt, because if you don't have enough iodine, you will develop a goiter on your thyroid. So if you have a goiter, you probably need iodine. And a goiter is just swelling. It can advance into thyroid cancer, which is also on the rise. Iodine is also preventative in cancers. So especially in breasts, prostate, ovaries, pancreas, and thyroid, of course. So it's very important to get enough iodine. It's very important in pregnancy. If you are suffering from spontaneous abortions, iodine deficiency could be the cause. It's also very important for the fetus. It can be preventative in mental retardations, ADHD, even deafness in the newborn. So again, very important to get enough while you're pregnant and nursing. I think the RDA for iodine, I think, is 150 micrograms for adults. And here's the weird thing. I think it's 110 micrograms for babies, which to me seems odd, just because, there's such a huge difference between babies and adults, with weight and developmental, where they're at developmentally. And that's not a big gap between the RDA for infants and the RDA for adults. People that live in Japan eat and consume way more iodine than we do, way more. And consequently, they have lower incidences of breast and prostate cancers. So, Um, Definitely very important to get enough iodine. Supplementation. Um, I do a Lugol's solution. Um, I started with 2 drops a day. Um, and over the course of 7 weeks, I increased my dosage up to 7 drops a day. Of course, I forget some days. I don't always get 7 drops in. Um, but I just kind of stopped at that because that's where I felt good. My symptoms um, of Hashimoto's started to dissipate. And I think the biggest thing I started to notice was my energy and my hair and my nails. Um, so I finally started feeling rested. You will more than likely detox if you have not been supplementing with iodine and if you are deficient. So, iodine will detoxify halides from your body, so fluoride and bromide, which are incredibly toxic to your system. Fluoride tends to concentrate in your bones and cause bone cancer, especially in boys. Bromide is very toxic, and it's in everything, plastics. It's in mattresses, carpet, medications, and actually fluoride is in medications too. Fluoride's in our toothpaste. It's in our water. It's in probably even in some foods. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, it's everywhere, and both are not good for you. So iodine will detoxify you from those halides. Interesting fact, there was a study in, I can't remember where, but they were testing bromide levels in women with breast cancer, and the bromide levels were incredibly high. So it's definitely important to supplement iodine, not only as a cancer preventative, but to detoxify your system from the bromide. So we've talked about the signs and symptoms, supplementation, and why you need it. Yes, literally every cell in your body utilizes iodine. Oh, that's the other thing, your immune system. So if you're frequently getting infections, then you probably need iodine. It is, what's the word I'm looking for? Iodine is, just totally left me. My brain got hacked. But anyway, having enough iodine in your system will support your immune system to fight infections. So make sure you're getting enough. Yeah, RDA 150. Oh, that's the other thing. Iodized salt. You're not going to get enough iodine from using iodized salt. And here's why. As soon as you open that can, and probably even before you open your salt, your iodized salt, the iodine has evaporated. You're not going to get any. And you're definitely, if you do get some, you're not going to get near the amount that you need. So, iodized salt is not enough.